off the cuff chat like Malcolm said in a minute. But I want to say, habari gani? Jema hofuni kwenu. Kwa niaba ya jumuiya yetu, yani us, na kwa mke mwangu, tia moyo, na kwa mimi mwenyewe, tunasema karibuni miongoni mwetu, mtakuta siku zote tamaa yenu, na tunawatakia baraka bila idadi na vitu vyote vizuri bila mwisho. Say, welcome, brothers and sisters. On behalf of our organization, us and my wife, Timoya, and myself, we say welcome. Among us, you will always find your family in a peaceful place. And we wish for you blessings without number and all good things without end. And we bear witness as an African people that as our beginning was great and good, so shall our development throughout eternity be if we dare struggle, speak truth, do justice, and walk in the way of right. Hotel. Ashe. Henny. I bring you greetings of solidarity along with celebration. Because we know we live now in dangerous, difficult, and demanding times. And in the face of evil, there is no way around resistance. In the context of oppression, there's no remedy except resistance. There's no strategy worthy of its name that does not include struggle. And there's no way forward except across the blood-stained and casualty-laden path towards struggle, revolution, radical reconstruction of ourselves, society, and the world. I speak to you from the context of Kawaida. If you don't understand that Kawaida is a framework out of which I created Kwanzaa. Ideas don't drop from the sky. They don't grow from the ground. They don't sail in from the sea. They come from the fundamental content to which we owe our existence. I'm an African. I had to study to talk, to create Kwanzaa. So I had to create this philosophy of struggle called Kawaida. Kawaida means tradition and reason, but it means more than that. It's an ongoing synthesis of the best of African thought and practice in constant exchange with the world. The best. Not everything, just the best, according to our moral reasoning at any given time. And so I want you to see that. It's out of Kawaida I created both Kwanzaa and the Nguzo Saba. And I created the Nguzo Saba first. And I looked for a vehicle through which I could teach those principles. Because that is our hope. These principles. There's a lot of things you can say came from the 60s. But nothing as permanent and world-embracing and outward-reaching as Kwanzaa and the Nguzo Saba. That's just reality. On every continent, did you hear what I said? On every continent, throughout the world African community, we celebrate Kwanzaa. Yes. And it's a beautiful thing. Yes. Because it gives me honor to say I'm glad to see my work flourish in my own lifetime. Yes. I am blessed to see it. A lot of our great people weren't able to see that. But we are in our own time able to see this happen. And to see it root itself in the people. And we did not ask for permission. We did not petition Congress or the city council or the state legislature. Nor did we ask the media. In fact, we built it and then they came. Can't count on them. Our president cannot be our teacher. Our president cannot be our mentor. Our president cannot be our facilitator. Otherwise, there's something wrong with us. Rescue me if I'm wrong. That's right. And so what we want to do today is talk about this beautiful holiday that marks its 50th anniversary. 50th anniversary. A half a century of love and struggle and institution building. And I want you to appreciate the Kawaida context in which it is created And I want you to see the beauty of African culture out of which I created this holiday and which you enriched by your embracing it and making it a living tradition. No matter how brilliant my ideas might have been, no matter how much our organization, us, wanted our holiday to thrive, without you and the millions and millions of African people all over the world who took it unto themselves, nurtured it, celebrated it, used it to anchor their lives, to name their children, to build their organization, to engage in programs to advance their lives. Without this, we would not have the celebration today. So give yourself a hand. On behalf of my wife, my organization, us, my wife Tim Moya, my house, my companion in all things good and beautiful. I'd like to thank Mr. Charles Farrell, the director of public program of the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, and all those who made this invitation to come and share with you on Kwanzaa possible. But I want to just stress how important it is to have a man in the leadership role like Mr. Farrell, who stood up. It took courage, really, in the midst of so much dissension, so much, like intrigue and, gossip in the sanctuary. You know what I mean? It takes courage to stand up, push that to the side, and put the people first. Put knowledge first. Put our values first. Put the interests of the people first. And celebrate ourselves without that kind of negativism learned from our president. We have to cut the apron, we have to cut the umbilical cord from our oppressor. That's it. Our oppressor taught us to be negative. Our oppressor taught us to not like each other. Our oppressor taught us to be small men and women with big grudges. We have to imagine ourselves in whole new ways. Rescue me if I'm wrong. If we don't do that, what are we but jigaboos? Looking at history from the outside, wondering what would happen. Maybe we can't happen. If we are to be self-determining people, if we are to understand ourselves in our own terms, speak our own special culture truth, make our own unique contribution to the forward flow of human history, we must think new thoughts, Fanon said. Reach inside ourselves and bring forth. The ancient Egyptians said, the truth is within us, for surely it is within us. That's what the Hussein said. It is wrong to walk upside down in darkness. Therefore, I will come forth today and bring forth the truth which is within me, for surely that truth is within me. And if it's not in me, black people, who is it? And I want to thank also Joanne Watson, our friend and colleague, a warrior woman, a living legend in our own time, Harriet Tubman's descendant of Sojourner Truth, those tall women and men, and of Malcolm X and Martin King and Ella Baker, those men and women that when they were so tall, they stood up. They were like the heights of mountains, and when they lay down, they were the length of rivers. We honor them because in honoring them, guess what? We honor the best in ourselves. And she points toward that, and she's walking in the steps. So that, as Mary McLeod Bethune said, let us so live and serve that even when we lie down in death, we stand tall on the platform of service. So Kwanzaa has come again. This joyous and reflective season and celebration of Kwanzaa has come again. It is a special time for us as African people to turn inward to ourselves and outwards to the world in good and beneficial ways. Kwanzaa is organized around 5 fundamental activities of ancient first fruit celebration, first harvest celebration. Kwanzaa is first of all then a time for ingathering of the people, African people, to reinforce the bonds between us as family, as friend, as community, and all other relations that anchor and enrich our lives. Time to just call somebody. Get back together.
That's it.
Put down all that negative kind of conversation. Look at the good. This is a time to gather at the right museum.
Yeah.
See, we got to make real our lives. Because sometimes when we talk, it's so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be uplifted. But it's life every day that challenges us. See? We always say in our organization, you're not black because you declare it.
No.
That's the beginning step.
That's right.
So let's clap for that. You recognize that. But, actually, that was rhetorical, but you... See, we're glad you did that, but now what else will we do? We say you're not black by simple declaration, but what you are. When you come back home, after all day,
Come on now.
making compromises on your identity or defending it, when you take inventory, who are you then? That's blackness.
Yeah.
And I repeat, another point we say in our organization now, we are American by habit and African by choice. We don't even have to think to be American. We just get up talking American. If we don't watch ourselves, we'll whistle Dixie in the dark. You know what I'm saying? You have to think to be African.
That's right.
And that means you have to study African values. People say, I always was black. Please, save us that.
That's right.
You have to be black every day. You have to reaffirm your blackness.
That's it.
And you know what you're reaffirming in? Not just for pronouncement, but practice. We said in the final analysis, practice proves and makes possible everything. No matter how many times you say you're black, if you don't act it, how would I know? What evidence would you have? Hey, they're dark white people, so we can't go too long for color, right? And we got dark and light people in our spectrum, right? We're the origins of humanity. Right? So in the final analysis, it's our values and our views and the practice that it generates.
That's right.
So Kwanzaa is first a time to be gathering other people. Second is a time for special reverence for creator and creation.
Yeah.
Time for giving special thanks for the creation itself and all the creatures in it. You know, we see this world as sacred space.
That's
if you're
right.
African,
That's right.
the whole world is sacred
That's
space.
right. Go
We
ahead.
got sacred mountains, sacred rivers, but the world itself is
Say it.
sacred
Say that.
because it's a creation of the divine.
That's right.
Right? And so it is a time for us to not only give thanks, but to recommit us, give thanks for the abundant harvest,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The harvest of good. No matter how many tragedies you had, how many disappointments, there's some good in your life.
That's right.
And you've got to find it. You've got to build on it.
That's
You've got to expand it. Because if you don't, you'll get bitter. And you won't want to hear anything. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Everything seems like a curse.
That's right. Go ahead.
This is what America can do to you. I'll talk about that in a minute. America, not too beautiful, but too ugly. And I don't have to take it back. So we say thanks for the abundant harvest and for the good the world yields. And we recommit ourselves to preserve and protect and respect all in the world.
Yeah.